Hey everybody, I wanted to take a couple of minutes and share with you some thoughts that I have had processing through myself today. Earlier I took a little clip of my dog Sadie and I while we were out on a walk. Actually, after I looked at the clip, I realized that she wasn't in the clip, but the waves were, and that's where my focus was at the moment, truth be told. But we did have a good time out there, although I do wish that I was on the waves at the time. Nonetheless, the message that I shared with you in regards to getting your headspace clear by getting outside, that still stands. After that, I took a relatively long drive, and during that drive, I had some time to meditate on some things. And one of the thoughts that came to me was things that I'm really grateful for. And I wanted to share that with you because upcoming on this weekend, there's another opportunity that I'd like to invite everyone to participate in something with me. So here's the first thought that came to me over the course of this drive, and it was the blessings that I'm really grateful for. And one of them that just kept coming back was the blessing of feeling inspiration. And then the second part of it, there's actually three parts to it. You feel that inspiration, and sometimes we hear that little voice in our head and we go, yeah, I really don't want to do that. Or, yeah, I really should do that, but I still don't want to do that. But every once in a while, we hear that voice and we actually act on it. And I was thinking about the different times that I've heard that little prompting or that voice, and I've acted on it. And then later on, I had it made known to me that my action was actually an answer to somebody else's prayer. That just sends a tingle down my spine as I share it with you right now. And I know that you probably have had that experience as well. That experience to me is kind of the definition of love, because it's that deep feeling of I'm content, I'm happy, I know I did the right thing, and somebody else has been better for that. That was one of the blessings that I was grateful for, that I have that opportunity to hear that voice, and grateful for those times when I wasn't so caught up in my headspace or distracted by all the noise in the environment around me that I couldn't act upon it, and that I actually did act upon it, and somebody else's life was blessed for it. That's something that I believe gets amplified the more that we listen to that little voice. We're actually directed and guided in that sense. But for us to get there, we have to get rid of all the noise, the chaos. And I'm going to use another word, fear. Because right now, we as a society are being fear-driven, just like animals from one point to another, driven on a continuous basis, people asking, what do I do? What do I do? And in addition to that, we're being compounded by extra fears that weren't part of the original fear. Some of the economic fallout that we're all experiencing right now, that can be scary. And it is scary. But if we allow ourselves to be consumed by that and solely focus on that and let go of that voice that actually is our inner guide, we've lost. I won't allow that to happen to myself. I won't allow that to happen to my family, because I know that there's a better way. I am so grateful for what I do and for what I've learned through the process of doing what I do, because I know that we are intended to be healthy individuals. We're intended to be happy individuals. And the general mindset of what we're being fed in the media is the antithesis of that. So, tomorrow, Friday, it's Good Friday, coming up on Easter. I personally am going to be fasting for that day. I'm just going to skip 2 meals. I'm going to eat my dinner tonight, and I'm going to eat my dinner tomorrow, but I'm not going to have breakfast and I'm not going to have lunch. That's going to be my fast. During that day, I'm going to be praying for some things. I'm going to be praying that this epidemic will end, that those people that have been negatively impacted by it will find relief and comfort. And I'm also going to pray that we return to a life of normalcy. You may have prayers of your own. I'm inviting everybody to join with me tomorrow regardless of faith and belief system. And put out those good thoughts. Sacrifice something that day so that you get outside of yourself. That's really what the point of the fast is to show a little bit of sacrifice. And to invite that little voice inside so that it helps to direct you in doing something good for somebody else. Because that is the energy that's going to pull us out of this. I firmly believe that we collectively are going to come out of this much better off than we went into it. Some of the wonderful things that I'm already seeing, I'm seeing families drawn back together. I'm seeing people eat with their families at a sit-down meal and talk. I'm seeing less time with social media distracting people. The only thing that seems to be an obstruction to that is if you allow that crazy media to drive your negative energy, so don't let that happen. Join with me tomorrow if you're inclined, and I'm not telling everybody to fast if that's not something that they physically can do, but we can all give of ourselves in some way. This whole process here reminds me sometimes of this quote that I heard that was attributed to Winston Churchill during World War II, and I thought right now is apropos. It said that he made this comment: Americans can be counted on to do the right thing once they've exhausted all other options. So let's join together. I think we've exhausted most of these options that are really not beneficial to us, and do the right thing and start generating love as a community. Start serving one another in ways that we amplify that good feeling and allow ourselves to heal from the inside out. It's huge as to the impact, what it can do for your immune system, to have that positive energy and a little bit of sacrifice. Have a great day. This is my message to you.